How's it going, folks? It's Loba, and in today's video we have the first minute of Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm very surprised by that, but I'm very excited by it, so we're gonna check it out because I just cannot wait, man. So let's do this.
Parker.
Yeah, right from Far From Home.
Are you Spider-Man's girlfriend?
Whoa, please don't touch her, sir.
You're just a kid?
You murdered Mysterio? You helped him murder Mysterio?
No, I didn't.
Come on,
Kill anybody.
Oh, Jesus.
People looked up to this boy and called him a hero. I'll tell you what I call him.
He just took right off.
Enemy number one.
I never want to do this ever again!
Oh shit, you see Rogers the musical?
With your hand in my...
Oh my god, bro. It was just like the tickets on sale now with the dude. That was, I like that. That transition where he just picked her up and then just like, whoosh, I'm gone. I'm like, damn, that was a power jump. I like that. And it's funny too because that's, when you think about it, these are teenagers essentially. I know Tom Holland and, God, what's his name? What's his face? Ned, the actor who plays Ned. They're both, obviously in their 20s, but they're playing teenagers. But when you think about, like, real teenagers, how would they react in that situation? Dude! I just think it fits so well. But, man, I really like that sort of confrontation with the people. It felt very real and very nerve-wracking. Like, you get the sense that there's urgency, and there's also a bit of tension, obviously, because he's being portrayed as this murderer and stuff, and now the mask has been lifted. I mean, as Goblin said in the original Spider-Man, there's nothing more people like to see than a hero fail, die trying. So it's like really that coming to fruition, and I love that sort of cycle going around and around. And it's just, for me, if you know anything about me in terms of my love for Spider-Man, or just more plainly how I feel about Tom Holland's portrayal, you know that he's not my favorite, but I'm very open to how he can grow because he has so many movies, and now he's going off to college. Tom Holland looks older, his voice is getting deeper, and I'm thinking we can finally shift to a more mature, balanced Spider-Man. Because as he said, he's going to college, and they said this is the most mature movie of the Homecoming trilogy. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. So I have not just high hopes for, obviously, bias with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I love them both, but obviously Tobey's king, in my opinion, just for, like, my standard. But for Tom Holland, I do have high hopes in his regard. Like, I'm still looking forward to seeing him grow in this movie, not just, like, out of pure nostalgia is why I'm watching this. Obviously, the villains, too, have a part to play. But, yeah, watching this, it's going to be weird because the transition is pretty good, where it just picks up exactly from Far From Home when he was just like... But I remember watching that in theaters, there was one half of me was shocked, and then the other half was like, no, I don't like this. Spider-Man's not supposed to have his identity revealed. That completely sort of undermines everything. His struggle of dueling these two identities is what makes him such a complex and interesting character, because he's so flawed and realistic and like ourselves, because he has like human struggles as Stan Lee meant him. And we're sort of diverging from that path and sort of comic origin in that regard. But I know there's different comics and stuff, and obviously this one has taken its own approach, which I respect. And there's also, I think it's like the storyline with Mephisto where his identity is revealed and stuff, even though in this case it's Doctor Strange. Sorry, all Mephisto fans. So I'm definitely looking forward to how this goes. And as I said, it's proposing a more mature movie, which I'm really looking forward to. And then that scene where everyone is just like sort of turning on him, it felt different. I don't think there was any music in that particular scene, but if there wasn't, it's good because it just adds to the tension and atmosphere when you just hear the voices of people who are sort of protesting their feelings and really going after you with that sort of mob mentality. But then obviously it transitions to Ned and Peter doing dude. So it's a good balance. That's what Spider-Man at its heart is. Maturity with the balance of humor and lightheartedness. That's what makes him a great character, because they're like in equal portions. But I think we've had too much of the lightheartedness, and I think it's time to rev up some of the maturity and loss and seriousness a bit. That's just my opinion if you don't feel that way. But yeah, very, 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 very excited for this. On Monday is when the sort of spoiler embargo lifts and everything is going to be flushing out, so stay off social media. you're warned. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to look at any YouTube comments or just nothing for all of next week. But if you're interested, you may or may not be, I'm going to be posting a sort of, I want this to be around an hour-long video before I watch Spider-Man No Way Home with sort of what I want to see, my predictions, and things I want to see happen, like sort of appearances or moments or conversations, actions, things like that. I'm going to save it all for that video. And if you're interested in that, then you can certainly just check out my channel at some point next week. Definitely like within 2 or 3 days before release. I'd say target day for this video is Monday or Tuesday. So I would think Tuesday if you're interested in that. And then once I watch the movie on Thursday, I'm going to release my post reaction discussion about it and just have an all-out spoiler talk, the things I loved, the things I hated. But it's going to be a giant sort of discussion that I'm going to have. And if you're interested in that, I would love for you to come check out, because for those of you who are also going to watch it at the time I do, I would love to have sort of conversation in the comments and see your opinion about the movie, because I've just been so excited about this. Not just, as I said, not just based out of nostalgia, but also because I want to see character progression with Tom Holland. And I'll go more in depth on what I mean by that in that video. So again, if you're interested in that, that'll be next week. My next video, if you, just to sort of tell you what it is, has to do with, actually, I don't want to give a spoiler about that in that video. I'll have another video out tomorrow. That's just FYI. And I'll get caught up on my Hawkeye reactions. If you're interested in those are in the description. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and you are very excited for this, as I am, and just sharing the hype. So yeah, please make sure to take care, guys, and I will see you folks in the next one.